What up, Meep Squad? SarzeLight here, and welcome to the Mousa Minuns Season 3 Week 7 Team Builder for the CPA. This week we have prepared for battle against TheoryTube and his Denver Decidueyes in what is the final week of the CPA before playoffs begin. Now, as I mentioned in the end of the battle for last week's video, which actually goes up after this video, I know, spoiler alert, but again, this week I ended up behind because my opponent last week was busy. Not their fault. I can't blame them. But anyways, as I mentioned, currently our team has actually made it 4 playoffs. If we can defeat the Denver Decidueyes, we clinch the ability to be in the playoffs as the 3rd seed and get to take on the rest of the teams. Well, basically more CPA content for you guys, and for me, more competitive battling, which I'm not very good at. But all the same, playoffs could be within our grasp if we can defeat the Denver Decidueyes this week with a decent differential as well, because we're very close to being in the same boat as the San Jose Farfetch'd, who are the other, I think it's them, who are the other team on our draft, who are just yeah, they're the ones we just took over. Currently they're sitting with, we're both sitting with 3 wins and 3 losses, but we have a better differential than them at the moment. If we manage to win this, we could get just a high enough differential to get in playoffs instead of just to, guarantee the chance to be in the playoffs. If we win and they lose, or if we win and we have a better differential than they do. But who knows? It could happen, it might not happen. We'll find out. Anyways, into the team builder we go. And starting off our team this week, as has been for I think every single week since we free agency'd we have the Avatar, our Jirachi, nice and holding a choice scarf with the Serene Grace ability, going Ironhead for that. Ooh, well, Ironhead basically deals with Mega Gardevoir, the Lapras, and then hopefully flinches out everything else. Heart Stamp for that stab psychic type move, 100% accuracy, lots of PP, 30% chance to flinch, and that actually hits a lot of Pokemon for super effective damage, being Gengar, Sock, Nidoking. Okay, it's 3. Shush, I thought it was more. I remembered it being more. I guess it just hits most things for neutral damage, but it's a nice thing to have, trust me. Then we also have a Fire Punch to hit Steelix and Superior for super effective damage. And we end off with U-Turn to get out of there if we need, which also hits Cresselia for super effective damage, Superior for super effective damage, and means we can get away from Incineroar while dealing a pretty hefty bit of damage, because this is, of course, as has been every other week, a max attack, max speed, Jolly Scarf Jirachi. Yes, a max speed, max attack timid. That would go well. Yeah, that's the Avatar returning once again. Followed up by another returning team member who has been in virtually every single week bar one since we FA'd him. We have Blair, our shiny male Charizard, of course holding the Charizard IY with the ability Blaze, because his ability before he Mega Evolves doesn't matter. First turn Mega is a thing. Now running, as per usual, running Solar Beam, Flamethrower, and Air Slash. Wrong order, don't care. And this time, because there are a couple of Ghost types on the opposing team, and a couple of Psychic types, Ominous Wind, for those scummy boosts. Haha! Running the normal max speed, max special attack, Timid nature, there's the timid one. And apologies for any sniffing during this video, I'm still suffering from a cold. But yeah, there's our Charizard. Hopefully he can serve us as well as he has done in every battle, especially because I think he's probably our MVP. Definitely getting most of the kills we have, and definitely helping us out with a lot of our tougher battles. the battle you will see tomorrow. Ooh, that was, oh boy, that was a fun one. Next up, returning from week 3, we have Mother Spaghetti, our female shiny Tangrowth, holding that Grip Claw to make Bind last for 7 turns, with the ability Chlorophyll to take advantage of the sun that Blair sets up. Running the trapping set we did in week 3, Toxic, Bind, Rest, and because I want this thing essentially just to deal with Cresselia, Amnesia. So I can set up a nice set up a couple amnesias so that it can't deal any damage to us whatsoever. Of course, physical attackers would be a problem, except for the fact that this set, for once, is now running max HP, max physical defense. So this thing's really bulky on the physical side and sets up to be bulky on the special defense side. Running Jolly Nature just to take advantage of that speed, meaning when in the sun, Mother Spaghetti will have 300 speed, so there's not too much to outspeed it without being max speed. So that's quite useful. In the 4th slot today, we have Haruki, once again returning from, I believe, last week, which goes up tomorrow, but you will see the team builder by now. And most weeks, we've used Haruki a lot, because honestly, this is probably one of the sets I've come up with that I love the most. The bulky Arcanine, holding the zoom lens because we want to land those Will-O-Wisps, knowing Will-O-Wisp, Attract, Rest, and Skull Bash. I feel like Attract's not supposed to be there anymore, but it's useful. So yeah, Skull Bash for those extra defense boosts, Rest of course to heal up when things start going wrong, Attract to deal with any males we may come up against, because Haruki is obviously female, and Will-O-Wisp to shut down physical attackers. That is mainly for Steelix and Nidoking. Incineroar of course is immune. Haxorus, I don't think we'll see Haxorus in this battle, in all honesty, because the other half of this team is a rain team, and all of them can learn Ice Beam. So I really don't think our opponent would be bringing Haxorus, and if they do, we also have some other things to deal with that. And Haruki, as per usual, has almost max HP, max special defense, with a special defense boosting nature, and this time a little bit of defense. Doesn't need that much defense boost in honesty, because comes in with the Intimidate ability, and then has Will-O-Wisp to further weaken any physical attackers. But I digress, it's definitely useful. In the 5th slot of our team this week, we have, the shiny Kyurem-Black, nice and holding the Electrium Z. Moveset this time being Dragon Tail, Fusion Bolt, Rest, and Sleep Talk. So again, running the bulky Kyurem-Black. This time having Fusion Bolt because I didn't see much point in bringing Steel Wing. Yeah, it gives defense boosts, but I mean, why do you need defense boosts when you could just one-shot the thing you're facing? Running the normal max HP, split defenses, and an adamant nature for that extra boost in attack. So yeah, there we go. Of course, the Electrium Z is to just confuse him, because actually I don't think he gets any special electric moves, so that's not really going to confuse him too much. But if you don't know that, if you're unaware of the fact that Kyurem-Black does not get special electric moves, then Electrium Z's or Gigavolt Havoc is going to confuse you. You're going to be like, hang on a minute, I don't know if this thing's physical or special because it just uses Z move right off the bat, but he has physical, and Fusion Bolt's a very powerful move anyways, base 100, and with this thing with its monstrous attack stat, I think it's going to work fine. And the last but not least member of our team is of course Meep God, the Minun, is returning from, I believe, week 3 and week 5? I'm not sure, I can't remember which week it was we used him. He didn't do very much, unfortunately. Week 3 he did his finest, holding the Poison Barb, nice shiny male Minun with the Volt Absorb ability, knowing Nuzzle, Dynamic Punch, Fling, and Headbutt. So this is essentially, a status set. Paraflinch, Parafusion, Paraflinch, poison, you name it, we can get all of that on everyone. I mean, the poison can only be done once, but it's still... I mean, it worked in week 3, hopefully it works again. He's really just here for the memes, and hopefully he can do well, but we may not even need to go out to him if things go our way. Running, of course, the max attack, max speed, jolly nature on this lovely Meep god. And yeah, that's what we've got. Bit of a short team builder this time, but it's what happens. That's the team. We are prepared and we are ready to take on TheoryTube when we do. Hopefully we can pull out a win. I don't know if we will though. He's got a very, very strong team, I will admit. Except for Trash and Roar, that thing's terrible. But yeah, this team is worrying slightly. I do have counters for things, but if I don't get those counters off, then I'm in trouble. Cresselia, I can almost guarantee is coming. It's a very strong Pokemon. Honestly, anyone who has a Cresselia is a fool not to bring it, unless he's got something else up his sleeve, which, to be fair, would be fair enough. Looking at my team, I'd say likelihood is Mega Gardevoir is going to show up to deal with Kyurem-Black, although Kyurem-Black is not going in against Mega Gardevoir unless he absolutely has to. Cresselia is probably coming because it's nice and bulky and can eat hits from virtually anything, which is why I brought Toxic Trap. Not letting that thing get away. I don't think Haxorus is going to show up. It might, but I really don't. Sorry, yeah, their draft has been on screen for quite a while now. My apologies, I kind of forgot to say that. I usually do. I don't think Incineroar will be coming. It might, because I have a lot of things that are weak to fire. But if you're going to bring something to fire, I'd expect him to bring his Overheat Zebstrika, because he likes to run that. Nidoking might show up again. I've got a couple of things weak to poison, and obviously ground is a decent problem for me. Sock, maybe. I don't think Sock will show up because all it really deals with is Heliolisk, which I'm not even bringing. Of course, they don't know. He doesn't know that, but we'll see. We'll see. Lapras, I think Lapras is probably coming. It's a good, bulky water ice type, can deal with a lot of the things on my team. Of course, with the sun up, the water moves are kind of useless, but running Rain Dance, might be running Rain Dance to counter my sun, which is fair enough. Obviously, I've said Mega Gardevoir is definitely coming. If he doesn't bring Mega Gardevoir, I will be surprised. Serperior possibly will be coming, obviously going to be the Contrary Leaf Storm set. I should be able to deal with that. Unless I'm wrong, I'm fairly sure Megazard Y outspeeds it. If not, I mean, Contrary Leaf Storm is going to do nothing to a Mega Charizard Y, so it doesn't really matter. It'll have to use a coverage move if it comes to that. Steelix, I think Steelix is probably coming. Being your ground type, it hits Arcanine really hard with the ground type moves. The steel type moves are just strong, especially if he uses Heavy Slam. It's obviously not a Mega, so it might not show up. Like I said, I think Zebstrika is probably coming in place of Incineroar, but I'm not entirely sure. And as for Gengar, I'm expecting it to show up just because it's a fast sweeper Pokemon that can just dispatch with something real quick. But I mean, I haven't watched all of his battles, but not sure if he's used Gengar that much. But anyways, yeah, that's the team, and we'll be taking on TheoryTube very soon. Of course, battle up tomorrow after this, hopefully, as long as you know, the battle doesn't get delayed like last week's did. But both week 6 and week 7 should be going up on the same days. This a few hours after the week 6 team builder, which doesn't mention this because I recorded it long before I knew that the week had been delayed. So yeah, you should have the week 6 team builder this few hours afterwards, and then tomorrow the week 6 battle, and then the week 7 battle a few hours after that. Anyways, that's gonna be the end of that. That's the team. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye for now.